AEW has hit a major milestone that needs to be celebrated. It's time for the Headlock Headlines! Hello, I'm Marvin, and I'm the Movie Monster. Welcome to the 6th episode of Headlock Headlines, and it's going to be a big one today, folks. It's celebration time here on Toontown Wrestling. We're throwing a big party in recognition of a major milestone with some special guests and all the biggest and most entertaining wrestling news of the week. But before we can get started, we need the guest of honor, and unfortunately, no one has seen ToonieCon since the Wrestling Observer year-end awards came out. For the past several years, AEW has cleaned up in these awards, with ToonieCon taking the Booker of the Year and Promoter of the Year. AEW was also the Promotion of the Year for a very long time. But this year, to the shock of everyone, the Promotion of the Year was WWE. Now, let me clarify. The shock wasn't because the WWE hasn't been as good as AEW. The shock was because these awards are voted on by the readers of the Wrestling Observer newsletter. That means people who paid Dave Meltzer $12.99 a month. That has always been Tony Khan's core audience. But this year, not only did WWE win Promotion of the Year, Promoter of the Year was won by Nick Khan of the WWE, and the Booker of the Year was... What the devil is going on here? Trip, you scared the crap out of me. You were trying to do a video without me, weren't you? I mean, typically I just start doing the video and then, you guys interrupt me and, hilarity ensues. Sorry, it's been a stressful few days. Really? I thought you'd be on cloud 9 after Elimination Chamber over there in Australia. The show was great. Another amazing accomplishment for me. But getting the chamber over there and back has been a nightmare. Yeah, I heard something about pirates attacking the ship transporting the chamber. Those tales are true. As we sailed across the Pacific, I captained the vessel, ensuring the dangerous waves and swells of the vast ocean wouldn't be able to go over on me. But then I saw it. Sails in the distance. Red and yellow sails. And I knew it could only be the work of one man. Blackballed the pirate himself. Wait. Hulk Hogan was the pirate who attacked and tried to steal the Elimination Chamber? Indeed, but my first mate was there to help, and as you know, my first mate has something of a history with Blackballed the pirate. Yes, I remember. He took one look at first mate BK and was terrified. He didn't want to be made to look like an idiot again in front of the world, so he turned tail and ran. Wow. Did any of that happen? I don't know, I lost track about halfway through. Well, WrestleMania's coming up, and that's pretty exciting. Putting it mildly, WrestleMania is the wrestling event of all wrestling events, the big shark in the ocean. Yes, and like the big shark swimming in the ocean, there are plenty of little bottom-feeding fish swimming around it to snatch up whatever bits of partially chewed scraps drop from its mouth. Hey, NXT and the Hall of Fame are perfectly valid events! No, I mean the insane crop of indie feds that pop up in the city where WrestleMania is being held every year. What? Wait, have you never noticed? I have no idea what an indie fed is. Wow, I kinda envy you. Well, every year this huge influx of garbage independent promotions buzz around WrestleMania like flies around the ass of a diarrhea-stricken donkey. But AEW, to its credit, never has. Tony Khan made a statement about this phenomenon, saying that he'd never run a show on WrestleMania weekend. But then, on an episode of Busted Open Radio in 2022, What are you doing? Nothing. That's just usually enough to bring Tony Khan out. Who the hell is that? Nothing, never mind. I'll just read the quote. I only know one way to do pay-per-view, and it's going 100% and doing the best you can. I know, let me get through it. I promise to make that pay-per-view great. I know there are a lot of people who are going to be around the Dallas Metroplex area at that time. This is my first time going out there for that particular event weekend. It's not something I would do. It's not something AEW would do. It's not something AEW would ever do, and we're not doing it. Of course, the reason he was saying this was because in 2022, he was running a Ring of Honor pay-per-view in Dallas on WrestleMania weekend. He what? Did people know about this? Not really. Anyway, he continues. The event had been scheduled in advance by Ring of Honor, and the tickets had been sold. I felt the right thing to do would be to do right by the fans and have the show and make it the best show I possibly could, even though it's unusual for us to go into enemy territory and run a show on that weekend.
Jesus, don't flatter yourself, kid.
What, you don't consider AEW your enemy?
Would you consider a fluffy orange bath towel your enemy?
Alright, valid. It's normally something associated with smaller wrestling companies and something I didn't want to do. Since it was booked and the fans are committed to it, I'm gonna go in 100% and make it the best show I possibly can. I never expected to be talking about WrestleMania weekend and the logistics of shows there.
Well, I mean, it sounds like he had no choice. I get it. It's forgivable.
He's doing it again this year.
What?
Yep, ROH Supercard of Honor in Philadelphia the night before WrestleMania Night 1. So, it's going up against the Hall of Fame and SmackDown.
But he made it sound in the past like he had no choice.
True.
So, wouldn't that make him a repugnant, putrid, festering little pencil-necked hypocrite?
Hey, you said it, not me. Well, I'm legitimately shocked he's not out here yet.
Who?
Tony Khan?
Who the hell is that?
Ugh.
Don't you ugh me. I just traveled around the damn world.
Yeah, we got to see a bit of that journey on social media when you and a bunch of WWE talent were disembarking from the plane.
Riding in style only.
Really? This is style?
You just don't know fashion.
Skinny jeans notwithstanding, what the hell is going on with your legs? How do they even support your torso anymore? Have you just skipped leg day for the last decade?
Hey! I'll have you know that my training regimen is second to none. The state of my superstar legs is strategic.
How is it strategic?
You can't tear your quads when you have no quads.
I can't argue that logic. Well, at least Elimination Chamber is done, and we have our 4 world title matches for WrestleMania. You got Cody and Roman, Seth and Drew, Io and Bayley, and Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch.
Shh! Not so loud!
What?
They'll hear you.
Who?
The Liv Morgan fans!
Oh, right. A bunch of Liv Morgan's fans have been going absolutely berserk on social media, with one even wishing death on Becky Lynch's daughter.
Shh! Jesus, what are you trying to do?
Are you actually afraid of these people?
What? No, why would I? Liv Morgan's fans are an important part of the WWE universe, a group of well-balanced, competent, attractive people who are the epitome of normalcy and appropriate responses to just about anything and everything.
Are you kidding? They're quickly giving the Sasha stans a run for their money with fanatical devotion. I mean, one of them called for the death of a child.
Alright, listen, you orange-faced weasel. If you want to mess around with that group of unwashed, demented malcontents, that's on you. But you leave me out of this. The last time Liv Morgan lost a match, I found a photo of my dog stabbed into my desk with a ceremonial dagger. I hope you kill each other! Liv Morgan is a tremendous member of our WWE family, and her future with the organization is looking incredibly bright. Onward and upward from here.
You know, I'm just gonna let this one go.
There's a surprise.
Speaking of surprises, how about all those insane surprises at Elimination Chamber?
What? There were no surprises at Elimination Chamber. Everyone literally guessed every single outcome correctly before the event ever happened.
Right, but our old friend Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer said there were going to be a ton of big surprises coming out of this PLE.
And, I was right.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Elimination Chamber was, a night full of mind-blowing, surprises. All I said was, that there'd be, surprises, and I was right.
Name one surprise.
Nia Jax had a good match.
He's got you there.
Jesus. Wait, how are you here and Tony Khan isn't? We established that you're a sock puppet on his hand.
Maybe don't, read too much into it and, enjoy the ride.
I guess.
Doesn't this completely shatter the canon and narrative you've been building?
Yeah, but we're acknowledging it, so I think that's meta enough where we can get away with it.
I'm just saying you wrote yourself into a corner on this one.
Speaking of writing yourself into a corner, I'm glad we've got Dave here.
Uh-oh.
You've been hopping on this narrative that AEW fans are wealthier and more educated than WWE fans.
That's, true. It's a well-known, fact that, AEW fans are, wealthier, smarter, and sexier than, WWE fans.
Right, and that has nothing to do with the fact that these people are typically your target audience for The Observer?
No, I just report like the facts.
Well, the other day you made this gem of a statement.
Poor people don't like AEW.
I stand by it.
It's maybe the most asinine thing you've ever said, and that's saying something.
Look, AEW shows, they're, exclusive affairs. It's a gathering of, high society, where the wealthiest, smartest, and handsomest people in the, world over, come to gather. Look at, All In, how did AEW draw so well, in, the UK?
I've been asking myself that question for a long time.
It's, the birthplace of, high society. The, audience there, was episode of Downton Abbey. The, Dowager Countess is, a huge Young Bucks fan.
Dave, just admit you were talking out of your ass and stop doubling down on this ridiculous statistic.
No.
I don't know, I actually believe it. You do? Sure. I mean, there's a lot more poor people in the world, and there's a lot more people at WWE events and watching WWE TV than at the other place, so, the math tracks.
That's a, astute, observation from the, Booker of the Year.
The what? Yeah, we should probably talk about that. Tripp, you won the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Award for Booker of the Year. The hell is that?
It's, a prestigious honor bestowed upon, the select few by the, intelligent and honorable readers of the, Wrestling Observer.
People that pay him $12.99 a month. Morons, then. Basically. Cool.
I, don't think you, realize, what, an honor this is. You broke a multi-year, winning streak for, Tony Khan.
Who? Not important. Yeah, great. So if you as a Nerdenheimer said I was the best booker, cool. That along with the $5 I wanted a scratch-off lottery ticket the other day is worth exactly $5.
But, you were, recognized for excellence.
Excellence means not having to be recognized for it. When you're excellent, you just are. Anyone who needs to preen and posture about because they won some pointless award voted on by a few hundred people is less than pathetic. And instead of taking a victory lap about it and shouting to the rooftops how proud of yourself you are, maybe you should just work on creating a better show and improving your product to advance beyond the infinitesimal audience you've scrounged together. I don't give the slightest bit of a damn about this made-up award, and anyone who does can bite me. Anyway, moving on, WWE writer Jennifer Pepperman recently left the company amid talks that AEW managed to sign Mercedes Moné, the former Sasha Banks. Since Pepperman worked closely with Banks, many wondered if the two events were connected. Then, AEW suddenly announced that Pepperman would be joining AEW as the Vice President of Content Development. Oh, I remember her. She's the soap opera writer who brought her Emmy into a meeting and pissed off Kevin Dunn. Why would that piss off Kevin Dunn? Because you can fix all the teeth you want and make all the money in the world, but when you're a pathetic, miserable, sad sack beaver nugget of a man who has never been acknowledged positively or spoken of positively by anyone in any way, shape, or form, ever in the history of the world, the success of other people will piss you off. Well, be that as it may, she has officially joined AEW, which leads many people to believe that she's coming in specifically to write storylines and scripts for Mercedes Moné.
He's TK, Tony Khan, wrestling savior, and he's the Bob. Yeah, he's TK. Tony Khan is giving wrestlers hugs, and he might be on drugs. Yeah, he's TK.
There you are, Tony Khan.
Hi, guys.
You all right there, little buddy?
Me? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Just fine. Nothing wrong over here. Just having the greatest 2-week period of my life. It's not like I was betrayed by my entire core audience and robbed of the one accolade that gave my life any semblance of meaning, losing out to a man who refuses to even acknowledge the award. I'm doing great.
Look, Toonie,
You did this! Ah! And that, you stupid, smarmy
Wait, so now he has the puppet on his hand again? How does that work? I know, but we're acknowledging it again, so I feel like any comments about it aren't gonna matter. Just saying, it's lazy writing. Hey, you're the guy who wrote JBL managing Baron Corbin and continues to write storylines for Karrion Kross. Get off my furry orange dick. You feel better?
A little.
Good. Now let's talk about you being a hypocrite.
Oh, come on!
Toonie, didn't you once say this?
I am the administrator in a lot of ways, and what I think is really cool, and people will ask why I don't have a lot of writers, is because I work with the top talent. We'll develop top storylines and programs. I'll do everything. Say, like, you'll do this, this, and this. That doesn't sound like me.
It is you.
Well, things change.
What changed?
All the top talent left.
But you and your fans have been slamming WWE creative for years. What makes you think that somebody who was writing for the show that you say is bad is going to suddenly come in and turn things around for you?
Look, it wasn't my call, okay?
What do you mean it wasn't your call?
My boss told me to do it.
You don't have a boss. You own the company.
No, not my boss. My boss. My new Mercedes Monet. The legit boss.
So she is coming in to write for her. I thought you said that no one was ever going to write your TV but you. I thought your fans always said that no one tells the great Toonie Khan what to do.
Well, this is different.
How is it different?
She's like, really mean.
Yeah, have fun with that one, kid. And I thought AEW doesn't use scripts.
We don't, but she's really mean.
And we've all seen what she's like when she's not being scripted by Jennifer Pepperman and the WWE writing staff.
My youth sucks. My youth sucks. My youth sucks. Yeah.
Can we talk about something else? Anything else? My boss said I'm not allowed to talk about her, and she has eyes and ears everywhere. The trees themselves are her minions.
There's CM Punk.
Where?
No, idiot, relax. He's not there, but you did have Wardlow mention him in a promo segment on Dynamite.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Pretend other wrestling companies don't exist?
That's what I do. No, but first Darby Allin mentioned Cody to an enormous face pop, and now you're mentioning CM Punk, the two biggest wrestling stars in the world who you once had on your show and lost.
I wouldn't say lost.
I would.
Shut up! Who the hell are you to criticize me?
The Booker of the Year, apparently.
No!
Hey, I'm kidding. It's great that you're finally getting some talent that people actually know. Toonie, have you ever considered the idea that the people who watch your show aren't watching every other wrestling show out of Japan, Mexico, and the American Indies?
Not for a single second.
Well, that's what OShea Jackson Jr., the son of rapper Ice Cube, talked about recently on Twitter. He pointed out that anytime he tries to watch your show and asks who someone is, your fans attack him. One even said that he wished Jackson had never been born.
Well, maybe he should do his homework. Am I really supposed to explain who everyone debuting on my show is? Is that my responsibility?
Yes!
Look, OShea Jackson Jr. doesn't matter to me.
But you still responded to his criticisms on Twitter.
And I told him that he might enjoy obsessively watching every piece of wrestling media that exists in the world today. That he might learn something if he just opens himself up to new experiences. Maybe then he'd be interested in wider circles.
Why did you feel the need to do that?
Because he hurt my feelings. Besides, I can't stand those people.
Be very careful with your next words.
You know, the children of wealthy, powerful people. He's only where he is because of who his dad is. He hasn't earned his way in the world. His dad being rich and powerful is the only reason anyone even knows who he is.
Toonie. Wait, give him a minute, see if he figures it out.
Figures out what?
Yeah, you can't wait for him to have self-awareness. It doesn't work.
Now, are we done? Can I please go back to my room, put on my Hulk Hogan underoos, and cry into my pillow again?
No, Toonie, we're not done. Actually, I have a surprise for you.
A surprise?
Yup, today we're throwing you a party!
Really?
Yup, it's time we acknowledge the huge milestone you've just hit in your career.
Which one?
Toonie Khan from all of us here at Toonietown Wrestling. Happy No Miliversary!
What?
Last week marked 52 consecutive weeks where AEW Dynamite has failed to draw 1 million television viewers.
What?
And it couldn't have happened without you, buddy. Hey, congrats, kid. That takes some real effort.
I hate you all.
And we've got some special guests who sent in messages. First, from Twitter X, the one and only Awful Wrestling, who is writing the Death of AEW book in real time.
To the great and wise Tony Khan, I want to wish you a wonderful and profitless No New Miliversary. Awful Wrestling, for one, I was always confident in your abilities, my friend. I mean, losing CM Punk and Jade Cargill within months of each other, melting down on Twitter X, booking curtain-jerking indie geeks in certain main events, and reaching for a dirt sheet award at the expense of growing your audience. Yes, my friend, I was confident that you could never, ever reach 1 million viewers ever again. And here we are. Blocking me on Twitter the day before was just a chef kiss. Mwah. So from here at Awful Wrestling, your frenemy, to you, Tonester, happy No New Miliversary. Congratulations, my friend.
Next up, from the AEW corporate offices, the AEW Disciplinary Committee.
Tony Khan, we here at the AEW Disciplinary Committee would like to send a big congratulations for this monumental achievement. The AEW No Miliversary. Buddy, we knew you had it in you. I believed in you from the start. And hopefully, there'll be many, many more to come.
Was that really my disciplinary committee?
Not according to the Twitter police. Then we've got your biggest fan, AEW Neckbeard.
Hi, this message is for Tony Khan, TK, my hero, the savior of true professional wrestling. This is AEW Neckbeards, and though you didn't win Booker of the Year this year, you did celebrate a milestone. 1 whole year without 1 million viewers. Happy AEW No Miliversary, Tony Khan.
You're all jerks.
And finally, a man who's very well known by all your fans, one of the very distinct few who have actually purchased tickets to an AEW event, let alone in the front row, WWF Counselor.
What up, what up? You already know who it is. I want to congratulate Tony Khan on the No Miliversary. 1 year without 1 million viewers, that's such an accomplishment. And also, I also want to congratulate you on 2nd place in Dave's Awards for Promotion of the Year, Booker of the Year, and Promoter of the Year. Congratulations, Tony Khan. Keep it up, 2nd place.
You know, TV has changed, and getting 1 million views is stupid. It's not even
Wait, Toonie, I've got one more surprise for you. I composed a song for you in honor of this prestigious event.
Oh, come on! I need a win this week, so I'm just gonna take that as a compliment and go.
Tony Khan, everyone. Who? Never mind. Well, do you have anything else you want to talk about this week? Well, there was that whole Ashley Massaro thing. Oh, nothing else? Great, see you next week. Ugh, damn it. Well, that about does it for this week. Thanks so much for joining us in the Headlock Headlines. We'll be releasing the No Miliversary song as its own video later in the week, along with another Facelock feature coming soon. There's also a bunch of song parodies written and ready to be recorded. So much good stuff coming to Tooneytown Wrestling, folks, and we are less than 500 watch hours away from the ability to monetize the channel with YouTube. So please keep the likes, shares, and subscriptions coming. Click the little bell icon to get notified of new videos as they drop. For Tony Khan, Dave Schmeltzer, and Trip, I'm Marvin the Movie Monster. Now get out of here!